Station for the Indy Racing Northern Lights Series. Sunday, a day when most Americans relax and take it easy. But for these 21st century gladiators, it's time to gear up for a high stress, high speed, afternoon on the edge.
Every object that you go past, all of a sudden it's just like a streak.
You just feel like one little wrong move and it's over.
Like fighter pilots in an oval dogfight, they battle G-force and fatigue, wrapped in an armor of carbon fiber composites to wage an unyielding war against time.
You get in that little cockpit, it's almost like we're in a little capsule, and that's our own world, and you're going to do battle. Basically, it's a matter of just doing whatever you got to do to get the job done. You do whatever it takes as a race driver.
The track is their world, and this is their day to roar.
You're traveling a football field a second. 200 plus miles per hour. Oh man, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, it's thrilling.
You've got to make all these calculations as to who is around you and how they drive and what are they going to do, because a second in a race car is a lifetime.
This is Total Access. In this show, you'll find out how you can go behind the scenes of the Indy Racing Northern Lights Series, get up close and personal with the drivers, meet the teams in their garages, and talk strategy face to face.
Everybody's pretty accessible. You can get to them.
To be able to get up close to the pit road and talk to people and just see what the cars look like. You know, that's the fun part of it.
Sit back and hold on and find out how you can become a part of America's fastest, most exciting sport, open wheel racing. Stay tuned and find out how one phone call can give you total access to all the thrills as the stars and cars from the Indy 500 take their show on the road and their battle across America, from the brickyard to your backyard.
It's time to empty your thoughts, empty your mind.
Man, those things come past you at 200 and some miles an hour. It's unbelievable.
You're going to come and see humans perform in the most extreme conditions that any humans will ever perform in. The only way I drive is I attack. Being out there on the grid is like being a pack of wolves. Somebody is going to get a chunk taken out of his ass. I don't want it to be me. Much better be the one biting than the one being bit at. You have to aim all of the energy that you have to one purpose. And that purpose is to beat everybody around you. Make sure the cars that are behind you stay behind you. Make sure there are no cars in front of you. The finesse of what we do is what stands us apart from other racing circuits in the world. You have to be aggressive. So you have all those decisions to make. Is how close do I pass this car? How much of a risk do I take? We don't have the option of bumping and rubbing against somebody.
We have a call against the outside wall of the racetrack. Turn 2. Yellow, get a yellow. We got to move to the lead in turn number 3.
Here, there are no credit cards. Everything is paid cash, right then and there. You make a mistake, you hit a wall. But you have to understand that there has to be an enormous amount of respect. If I'm going to be 5 inches from somebody, 3 abreast, at a corner at 220 miles an hour, I better make damn sure I'm comfortable with what he's going to do.
You get a group of guys that stick in a series for a long period of time. You get to know one another and their driving ability and what they do, and who to be careful when you pass, so it makes the racing that much better.
Now, like never before, the Northern Lights Series gives you the opportunity to be face-to-face with the drivers and teams, and as close to the action as you've ever been.
It's just a really great experience. You get to see it up close.
You're rubbing elbows with everyone. It's cool.
It's more fan-friendly, and you have a lot more access to the drivers and to the cars and meeting them and talking with them.
The Indy Racing Northern Lights Series, 12 cities, 13 events, 24 drivers, all with one objective: winning.
I mean, we've got great racing, we've got side-by-side, we've got action, we've got one of the best shows you can come see.
I can guarantee you the first time you'll be it's an addiction.
I think it's fun to watch because I'm amazed at their ability to take those cars at 200 miles an hour around a track. They don't have fenders and they drive that close to each other, and it's just amazing to watch them do that.
Outright excitement, period.
Total Access brings you face-to-face with the personalities that make the Indy Racing League so unique.
When I was 16, my dad sent my mom and I to Skip Barber Racing School. where we could give it a shot out on the track.
I loved racing, and I wanted Robbie. He had the talent from when he was like 2 years old. He would just be racing around, and I could just see that. So at 16, he got 30 speeding tickets.
I was in my sports car. I had a 300ZX 1990, and she had a 911 Cabrio Porsche, and we were driving through Ladue, which is a city that I grew up in, where the cops got to know me pretty well.
We happened to end up on the same street together.
I looked over at her, she looked over at me, and we just got on it.
We had a little drag race, and I beat him.
Of course, we got pulled over by a cop, and apparently the chief of police had called my mom the night before saying that I was a menace in the streets and I should be ashamed of myself and she needs to watch me.
And he went to Robbie's car first.
And said, I can't believe this, I just talked to your mom last night. And what would she say if she knew you were doing this?
And he said, well, I guess you can ask her because she's right there.
Can I say what he said? You gotta be me.
I just said, I don't even know what to say. This is the most embarrassing moment of my life. I'm really sorry.
I thought it was pretty funny, actually.
With Total Access, you feel the adrenaline rush of open wheel racing.
Indy's the best, first of all, because there's no other speed like that, like in any other series, whether it's like NASCAR or like Formula One.
Oval racing is probably one of the most exciting racing there is, today, and just because the spectator can sit in the stands and see the whole track. The tracks we run on are side by side, excess of over 200 miles an hour, the majority of them. So they get the speed of a super speedway and the closeness of a mile track all wrapped in one.
It's a good time. Cars are they're fast, and it's just a lot of fun.
The checkered flag is out. Goodyear makes a move. Little Al wins by just
In the Indy Racing League, there are set standards for chassis design, engine displacement, and weight. So winning the Northern Lights Series gets down to the driver's skill and teamwork.
If you stay at it, working at it, you'll get passed and you'll get beat, and no one likes running second. I was born into it. I was born into a family. I watched my father, and I just fell in love with racing. The Northern Lights Series is definitely the series to, if you hear about it in your town, to come out and see, because these are the actual cars that have raced in this year's Indy 500, and it's a great show to come out and see. Racing is something that everybody can get involved with. If you just come to races, the bug will bite you, and if you sit down and watch it for a few minutes, pretty soon you're hooked, just like that.
You got to be here. It's just unreal.
I've been 80 in a go-kart. This is altogether different.
Still there, still there. Nice job, 5 to go, 5 to go.
Every Indy driver is a three-dimensional hero with a one-track mind. The only thing they think about, the only thing they race for is victory.
What it really comes down to is man against man, machine against machine. It comes down to beating the guy in front of you, whatever it takes. High line, low line, getting through the pits faster, getting through traffic faster just becomes the ultimate race to just constantly go, go, go all the way to the checkered flag.
And now, Total Access brings you the speed, the excitement, the sound, the drama of their world, the Indy Racing Northern Lights Series.
We're running 200 to 220 miles an hour, and these walls will not move. So when you make a mistake, it's going to hurt.
You're pushing the envelope of technology, you're pushing the envelope of speed. You'd think they're going fast on TV. Come on out to the racetrack and you'll really see them go fast. The fans need to come out to the tracks and meet the drivers, meet the crews. It really is exciting.
Total Access is racing like you've never experienced before. Now, for the first time in open wheel racing, you can get behind the scenes with the teams, into the garages and next to the cars, and up close and personal with the fastest, most talented drivers in the world. This is non-stop 220-mile-an-hour wheel-to-wheel action, the ultimate test for driver and machine, where the margin of victory gets down to the blink of an eye. Nothing else comes close, and it's all coming to you at the Excite 500 at the Texas Motor Speedway Sunday, October 15th. Now you can come face-to-face with America's fastest, most competitive open-wheel racing circuit, the Indy Racing Northern Lights Series. Call now to find out how to get this special Z-Max family pack for just $79.99. Only available for a limited time. It includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 Cokes, and a full-color race day souvenir program. regularly over a $200 value. The Z-Max Family Pack can be yours.